This is Providence Television International, the game changer.
Welcome to this special program on Providence Television International, the Emmanuel Egharevba birthday interview. I am Ubebo Ikekwa. It's quite a lovely Sunday morning here in Benin, and it even becomes a very, very wonderful day, especially to me, as on this day, some multiple decades ago, August 3rd, a great man was born. He is a veteran broadcaster, multiple award-winning media personality, published author, chief press secretary to ex-governor John Odige Oyegun, renowned sports commentator, recipient of the Benin Achiever Award by Omonoba Erediawa, chairman, CEO, Providence Television International, Dr. Emmanuel Egharevba. You're welcome, sir, and a happy birthday to you.
Yes, it's always a glorious moment. I always look forward to it, honestly, and it's so magnificent this year. It's falling on Sunday, Holy Day of Obligation, for instance. So it even has its spiritual values and connotations. But I'm a very happy man today. I'm so pleased. God has been so wonderful. He's been so kind and compassionate and gracious. Yes, my family, they are celebrating it. I mean, their own little way, really. Yeah. But I'm sure their friends, they're calling from all over the place to congratulate me. And, I'm so happy. I'm elated, I'm animated, and glory be to God.
Yes, I can actually feel the birthday vibes.
Oh, you know, I'm an August baby, for instance. I'm the latest birthday boy in town. Yes. And I'm a Leo. Oh, Leos are wonderful people, really. And you know, the symbol for Leos is the lion, the king.
Exactly, yes.
You know, and I can count many people who are Leos all over the world. Bill Clinton is one of them. Obama is one of them. Napoleon is one of them. Augustus Caesar is one of them. And you can count them. There are very many.
Exactly.
Particularly those even born in August. I'm not just talking about the Leos now, but those born in August, usually they are very wonderful people. Yes.
All right. Before we would actually take a look at from last year to this year. But then, before we go into that, how was it like growing up?
Oh, my growing up was quite exciting. It was quite exciting. I was born in Lagos. Benin parentage. I was born in Lagos. I'm more or less also a Lagosian, because I grew up in Lagos. I mean, I speak Yoruba language fluently. I don't even know the one I speak better, either it's Benin or Yoruba. But I grew up in Lagos, and I grew up as a child that was disciplined, disciplined, particularly from my father. He was quite a wonderful man. I grew up knowing that the world has a lot of things for you to explore. Even as a little kid in those days, I knew that there was a large picture ahead of me. And even the way I was born, it had a lot of spiritual connotations, so I was told. I was not born in the hospital, I was born at home. Okay. And where was the home? A place called Bangboshe Street in Lagos. A lot of people who are used to Lagos will know that, in Lagos Island. And when I was born, this is the first time I'm saying this on television, I was not born in the hospital, I was born at home on a Saturday. Okay. And when I came down with the placenta, which was very unusual, very, very unusual. And my mother, a young woman, was astonished because she had never experienced that kind of thing before. And people around in the neighborhood came around and they saw the little baby, with placenta woven around. And they started saying, oh, Kabiesi, meaning that a king had been born or something. But that's what my mother told me. And they were all very happy. They were excited, woven around me like that. It has a lot of spiritual connotations, And my father gave me the name Osawaru. Okay. And you know the meaning of that? Osawaru, no, Sawinaru. Meaning that it is what God has divined for you to do that is the way. Yes, and he also gave me Emmanuel. Of course, you know Emmanuel, God with us. So I grew up in that kind of paradigm. And yes, I was the only child for years to my father. From Bangoshe, we moved to Massey Street, another very popular street in Lagos, very close to the iconic Children's Hospital in Massey. So that's why I started my formative years, going to the primary school. My primary school, St. John's Primary School, a lawyer in Lagos, very popular. In fact, I think one of the oldest in this country. Okay. St. John's, everybody in Lagos knows that. It was founded at about 1864 by Bishop Ajayi Crowther. Okay. All right, so it was an Anglican public school. So no, not a public school, Anglican school yeah. Actually. But I didn't grow up in the Anglican setting. Later in years, I became a Catholic and all that stuff. So, but growing up, yes, I was. I enjoyed my childhood days, not just because I was the only child, but because my father gave me the opportunities to explore. Okay. You know, I could do things that little kids were doing, playing football. I was quite rascally, really. Playing football, jumping and riding bicycle, destroying people's things in the process. I still remember that very clearly. I would go and rent a bicycle for how much? Maybe 2 pence or something. Okay. And I would drive it to Victoria Island, the bar beach in Lagos. In the process, I destroyed a lot of things, you know. People selling sweets and all sort of that. But they looked at me as a little kid who was adventurous and grew up that way. So, but it was a wonderful period of formation. Yes, particularly in the primary school. I was hot academically. I must say this. I must not forget to say that. I was pretty hot in the primary school. The top bracket, first three, I was there. I mean, there's no doubt about that. And I'm proud that God gave me that opportunity. But I will always remember one girl. For the rest of my life, I will not forget that girl. Her name, Oduobi Eniton. Okay. Yes, we were in the same class. Young girl from Ijebu-Ode. Brilliant girl, extremely brilliant. She gave me a lot of tough time. I can tell you that. She gave me, I don't know where she is now. Maybe by chance, by providence, we'll come across each other some of these days. She was particularly brilliant. Okay. She was not first, she was second. Wow. And I would just manage to beat her academically, you know, and I was not particularly happy about it. Because there was this little girl, tiny little wiry girl, but she was brilliant and pretty too, pretty. Okay. I think her father was a judicial officer, maybe a magistrate or something, but she was particularly brilliant academically, and I think she ended up going to Queen's College in Lagos. Okay. So that would tell you. The other guy, were three really in the top bracket. The other guy, one Kuti, I think. Okay. Yes, Kuti, also from Ijebu area. Okay. He ended up going to Igbobi College, you know, and of course myself, Edo College. So, but that was the class. I mean, neck to neck. So I was, and that gave my father a great deal of encouragement because I was the only child. And look at it, he had me in his old age. I wish you could see the picture of my father there. He had me in his old age. He was already very old when he had me. Yeah, that's my father. In younger days, he was a very handsome young man in those days. But he grew up as an old man, and he had me as an old man. My mother was a young woman. That was him there, my father, as a carver. Yes, he was a carver in Lagos. He worked all his life in the hospital system as a hospital attendant. But after that, he would go to the workshop to carve. We had this hub of Benin carvers on Kakawa Street in Lagos. You know, Benin Indigenes. They were all carvers. He was one of them. And anytime we finished the term, all of us, the children, will come out with our results. And that was, my uncle was spectacular, you know. And they would say it either in the first position or second position. I mean, occasionally third position and all that. But my father was, and I think that gave him a long life. He could easily have passed on because my mother left him when I was just about 9 or 10 years old in the primary school. So it was a little bit worrisome. But my father stood firmly, and I didn't disappoint him. That's what gave him long life. I didn't. My mother was a young woman. I can show the picture there. She was a young woman when, yes, that's my mother. This picture was taken, I think, in the late 60s. She was a young woman then. So you can tell the differential in age between my father and my mother. She was a young woman, okay? But my father was advanced, yes, in age. I could easily just have been his grandchild. That's to tell you, in graphic terms. Yes, but thank God, he died well. I succeeded in burying him very well in this same premises where we have Providence Television today. So that's my upbringing. But that's not to say that all was rosy, because at some point in time, I would hawk oranges and bread.
Wow.
Yes, I did that in Lagos as I was growing up for my mother. But I also did for my father. I would pack maybe about 2 or 3 wood carvings on my head, and I would go to Marina to sell them in Lagos. Those South people who were buying these carvings, fine boy, come, they would buy. And I will not come back empty-handed. Yes, I will sell all. My father was particularly happy about that. So, yes, he gave me a good upbringing. He would take me to UTC and Aventis. He gave me the best. Okay, he gave me the best in terms of needs. And he also believed in education. Even though he never went to school at all. He never. Yes, but he could always scribble his signature and write his name. But he believed in education so much. Yes. He told me in primary school, it has to be King's College or some of these big colleges. But as at the time I was going to King's College, the place was filled up. All right. So Kudani was returning back home to Benin. So, okay, the best bet would probably be at the college. All right. So that was it.
All right. Still on your dad. Was he the kind of person that you say he spared the rod when it came to discipline?
I can't remember how many times he lifted something. Maybe once or twice. Okay. He will look at me, and I will get the message immediately. Oh, immediately I will get the message. I could decode.
Okay.
Very easily. And he didn't like to flog me. But I also knew the implication of that.
Okay.
The implication being that, this is my only child, for instance, and should I bring him on harm's way? He was very conscious of that. But I was also conscious of the fact that this man, he was just looking at me, he had pity for me and stuff like that. But he was a strong disciplinarian, very strong, even though he never lifted his hand to hit me. Strong disciplinarian. He would just look at me. I will get the message clearly. In fact, I think that's what is lacking these days.
Yes,
it's lacking seriously. I will get the message. Look, the only day I remember he wanted to flog me was because he worked in the hospital. He will have iodine, bandages and things like that at home. I went to play football, and one of my toes, I injured one of my toes. It was bleeding. What did I do? I put sand. I put sand on the toe. But after some time, I was getting the feeling that, no, this is not the correct kind of treatment. And my father noticed. He said, come, what is wrong with your leg? I said, nothing. No, let me see it. Let me see. And he saw the big sore. Yes, on one of my toes. I said, okay, that's good. He got me some hot water. He cleaned it himself. And that day, I knew what hell was. I can tell you. Then we put iodine.
Yes.
Have you ever?
Oh,
you did it?
Just once in my life.
I don't know if they say have it now. He put iodine, and I saw hell. when you say hell, iodine, he put it. 2-3 days after, the thing was getting better. 4 days after, I went back to the field to be playing again. So you could, but he didn't raise up his hand to flog me. He just knew that again I had to be playing the rascal and all that stuff, and he could appreciate the fact that I needed to grow up with the little boys in the neighborhood. It was a wonderful occasion for me.
You mentioned something about Edo College. That was your secondary school?
Yes. Edo College, yes. I mean, I'm the immediate past chairman of the class set, 70-74 set, all right? But Edo College, a great school. I mean, those days, many years, that was the gate of the new site. Out on the MM Way, and that's the classroom block for us. Now, we entered from Iyaro, all right, where you now have Idea College, and it was a wonderful experience, I must tell you. Wonderful experience. I mean, you couldn't have anything better, because it was a multi-dimensional training we had in academics, in sports, in extracurricular activities, in socials. So you had to key into most of them properly. And life at Edo College was highly regimented. I'll just give a breakdown of that. I mean, in the morning, you do what we call a morning trot. We had a principal then, Castovia Alonso. He will go around, wake everybody up. You go around to wake everybody. At about 5 a.m., you will be up, even when you were enjoying your sleep deeply. You trot. You go to the field, everybody was running. Then you will sweat. Then you will come back, go to the lavatory, and you have your bath and stuff like that. Prepare for breakfast. You go to the dining hall. You have your breakfast. Then you back to the hostels or the dormitory. You prepare for the classroom. Now, go to the assembly, you do the normal routine, then you were in the classroom. After that, you were back to the dormitory. Then you now prepare for lunch. After lunch, you come back to have your siesta. Woe betide that boy who will spend some other time doing something else. Where you're supposed to be on your bed for siesta. I don't know if they have siesta system now. I don't know. It's all gone. You have your siesta. Even if you are not sleeping, just be on your bed. You could be reading comics and things like that. But you must be dead silence. You could hear a pin fall during siesta. Yes. During siesta, yes. After siesta, you will go out for sports. You could not be found in the classroom when it was time for sports. Even when you were hiding, they will fish you out. You must be on the field. I mean, we had basketball courts, we had football field, we had the tracks for athletics and things like that. And thanks to Bemudia, he built all those things at the old side. Now, after sports, you come back, prepare for dinner. Right? You come back, shower up, go for prep in the evening. Again, another moment of dead silence. Everybody was in the classroom. You could not be, I mean, how will it happen? You could not be found anywhere else. Why you're supposed to be in the class, reading. Okay? After that, you come back. And we had this small assembly in each of the houses. I have to review the whole day's activities. And after that, of course, you retire to bed. The housemasters were always on hand to check if everybody was on his bed. So it was routine, it was highly regimented. And of course on Saturdays we had what we call inspection. The principal and all the housemasters and prefects will go around. They will check your fingernails, check your surroundings. Of course you were in deep trouble if your house came last, because they will announce the result on Monday. And particularly if they spotted you as the black spot that brought your house into odium. Oh, you were in trouble. I mean, it could even lead to your suspension. It was that serious. Some of us had hedges, flower hedges. You will water and do all sorts of things. You clean your toilets. I still clean my toilet today. I still do. From the training I had in Edo College. And we have respect for elders, for seniors. Something happens at Edo College that others, I don't know if they do it, but it's very peculiar with Edo College. You call your senior by your name, but you must add please. Okumba, please. By your surname. Demudia, please. Yes, you will do that. Yes. And we didn't have senior prefect. We had what you call a head of school. Yes. Who was the senior prefect, as it were. Head of school was more feared than even the principal. Oh, yes. When he was coming with authority, with full authority, and you begin to run head of school. And he was a student, probably in the upper six, HSC 2. So we grew up in that kind of environment of discipline. And you belong to all kinds of groupings. I was in the quiz club, for instance. Some went into debating society, some into Manual Bay, Boy Scouts, Boys Brigade, SU. Those who were inclined, Scripture Union. And today some of them are pastors. And the good thing about Edo College was, even though we didn't have what you call career guidance and counseling, we all knew where we were heading. Yes. It's not a surprise that I'm today a broadcaster, because I got it right from when I was at Edo College. Some became pilots, some medical doctors, some of my classmates, some became professors. It was their inclination, and they didn't miss out on it. We're all trained to be that. Some wanted to be surveyors. Today they are surveyors. I wanted to be a broadcaster and nothing else. Yes, and today I made a success of it.
Okay, still on Edo College. Can you remember some of your close schoolmates then?
Oh, there are many. I mean, they are scattered all over the place. As I said, I was the immediate past chairman of our class set. I spent quite some time. But I was also the chairman of the Benin branch for 5 years. Just to digress a little, for 5 years, I brought the Benin branch from nothing to the zenith. You know, at the end of the 5th year, people were still prodding me on. I said, no, I must go back quietly to my business. Yes, after 5 years, I said, no, enough. But to answer your question directly, yes, I remember some. Chief Lucky Benedict, for instance, who is now the president worldwide, were classmates. We had 2 senior advocates, Atake, whose father was also a judge in the old Bender state, or Midwest state really. Then we had Giwa Osage, he's also a senior advocate of Nigeria. We have people like Onobun, who is a seasoned quantity surveyor. So many. We had Dr. Kevu, I think he's in Canada. He did his consultancy here at BTH in those days. Oh, so many.
While you were reading out these names, I noticed a kind of soft spot. You had memories as you were calling out these names. The memories.
Of course, yes. I mean, we're all classmates. For instance, the present chairman is Underside Sunday.
Okay.
We have a lot. I mean, but time will not permit me to reel out all these names, so we don't constipate the viewers with all of that. But glorious moment. Peter Osayande is in Rivers. A wonderful quantity surveyor.
Okay.
They are watching this program now. Many really.
Many of them.
Yes, many of them. Okowa.
Yes.
Yes, the 2-time governor in Delta. Yes, at the same time, almost back to back with Lucky Benedict.
Okay.
Yes, we're classmates.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll now go down to your profession. With your accolades, veteran broadcaster, I will read that out again. In the first place, what drew you to journalism?
Again, dating back to my childhood years, I was always fascinated. Again, my father was a great influence. He had a great influence on me. Okay. Look at it. He never went to school, but he was always listening to BBC. Yes, he didn't miss that at all, even to the point where he passed on. He would listen critically to BBC. When we were in Lagos in those days, he had this wonderful transistor set. He would tune to BBC. And now I summoned up the courage one day. I had always wanted to ask him that.
Okay.
But one day, I said, let me just summon up courage to ask this old man. And I asked him, Daddy, but you never went to school.
Okay.
How do you understand what they are saying? He laughed. He said, don't forget that I work with them. He worked with expatriates. So he could understand. He could really understand what they were saying. He didn't need any interpretation. But he drew me because I was now, I was caught in the web, really. I was interested in radio because a lot of people in those days, Mike Nauro and the rest, were the front runners. Shola Folonshaw was doing radio commentaries on sports. Many of them. Christopher Kolade, for instance. We had them, and I used to hear of them, and I admired them a lot. Said one of these days I would be like one of them.
Wow.
Yeah. And my father, he took me one day. Said, "Look, as the only child, of course, I was in primary school. I think standard 4 or 5.
Okay.
Yes, about I was very young." He said, "Today, on a particular Sunday, we'll go to Radio Nigeria."
Okay.
He told me the previous day. I didn't sleep throughout the night. I didn't sleep. Oh, I will go to Radio Nigeria, where they broadcast all these things from. I didn't sleep, to be honest, because I was looking up to the next day. Oh, this day will not break. You know, when you are excited, you hardly ever could sleep.
Exactly.
So Sunday came. I said, okay, come on, boy, let's go. He took me to Radio Nigeria at Ikoyi.
Okay.
It was during the war, really. It was during the war. But we didn't experience any war in Lagos. Lagos was quite isolated. So, but we went there to the broadcasting house at Ikoyi. Oh, a very interesting story. We got there and we met one young, middle-aged kind of, was an Igbo man.
Okay.
And my father, being who he was, he approached him and said, look, this is my son. I want him to experience what goes on here. Please, if you don't mind. He said, yes, he was very excited. Oh, come on, boy, come follow me.
Okay.
He took us to the control room, took us to the studios.
Okay.
And I was asking some very interesting questions, you know. oh, this is the microphone they use and the whole world is hearing what you're saying. He said, yes, this is the control room. What happens in the control room? He explained everything to me.
Okay.
And after the tour, I said, sir, he said, yes, I want to work here. You know, I said, yo, but I still remember very vividly.
Yes.
The man said, sure? I said, yes. I remember that was even in 1968.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember vividly, during the war. I said, yes, I want to work here. He said, oh, really? Are you sure? Yes. I said, yes. So he now rubbed my head, you know, lovingly, and he prayed for me. He said, may your prayer come true. Now, in summary, 10 years after, in 1978, of course, 1976, I joined Radio Nigeria Benin as an announcer, a young announcer. 1978, this will shock you. I was asked to go on a production course from Radio Nigeria Benin to Radio Nigeria Lagos, the same broadcasting house, yes, that I had talked about 10 years earlier. See how prophetic it was.
The power of affirmation?
Yes, power of affirmation. 10 years after, in 1978, I was now a staff of Radio Nigeria Benin. Of course, Radio Nigeria was a family then.
Yes.
Before it was fragmented by Obasanjo. Radio Nigeria Lagos, Benin, Maiduguri, Kano. It was a family, you know. And any time we converge in any place, we saw ourselves as brothers and sisters. So myself and the late Francisca Ijebo were the only two that year that went for that course. So when I got there, I shed tears. I'm almost close to shedding tears now, but that's the way it was. Inside of me, nobody knew what I wanted to cry about. I said, look, Father, this is the same place I came to when I was a young boy, 10 years earlier. Now I'm back as a staff. And I met people like the late Ernest Okonkwo and the rest, all those eggheads in broadcasting, Shola Folonshaw, Sebastian Oforum, met all of them. Yes. And I was happy that my dream had been fulfilled, as it were.
Okay.
And I also tell you this story. While on that course, because obviously between 1976 and 1978, I had done some coverages.
Okay.
Lagos was aware of some of those coverages, even on network. Yes, from Radio Nigeria Benin, running commentaries and things like that. But on this particular occasion, I went to cover a match, not to cover a match, to join the team of commentators at the National Stadium. I just went because they knew me as a young boy. Shola Folonshaw was there. No, not Shola Folonshaw. Ernest Okonkwo was there. Tolufato Imbo, of blessed memory, was there. Sebastian Oforum, they are gone now. So I went to join there, and they accommodated me.
Okay.
Yes, it was on a Saturday. They gave me some minutes to do commentaries, and things like that. I was quite fascinated. On Monday, we were now in the classroom. Shola Folonshaw came, short man. Yes. He came into the class. Good morning, class. Good morning, sir. Please, who is Emmanuel Egharevba? So I stood up. Yes, here I am, sir. I said, oh, really? Okay. See me in my office when you finish. Well, I looked around. Everybody was looking at me. My classmates. Some from Enugu, Maiduguri, and the rest. What have you done? I said, I have not done anything. But he was not bitter.
Okay.
Shola Folonshaw was not bitter. There was no agony on his face. So I knew that he was calling me for something good. So immediately after the class work, I went to see him himself. Yes, sir, here I am, sir. I was standing. He said, no, please sit down. So I sat down. You were on commentaries on Saturday. I said, yes, sir. I listened very critically to your commentaries. And I have a feeling you'll be useful to us in Lagos. Okay. When is your course finished? I say in the next couple of days, sir. So don't worry. I will speak with Philip. Philip Chazo was the controller of programs in Benin. I will call Philip. We are going to retain you in Lagos. Okay? You won't go back to Benin. We'll retain you in Lagos so you can join the outside broadcast department, which was known for features and sports, or sports commentaries. I said, okay, sir. I mean, little me. I mean, innocent me. I was happy. In any case, I had no choice.
Yes.
I said, okay, sir. He said, no, forget, I will speak with Philip. So in 2 days' time, the course finished. We had to go back to our various stations. And immediately I arrived. I went to see J. Philip Chazo. Emmanuel, you're back. I said, yes, sir. How was it? I enjoyed. What was your experience like? I said, but well, I enjoyed everything except that Shola Folonshaw came. Yes, I know Shola Folonshaw is our zonal director. He came to the class to tell me to see him in his office, and I went there, and he told me that he was going to pull me out of Benin to join Lagos. Okay. His reaction was swift, spontaneous. He said, "No, we won't train you for them." No, we are not going to train you for them. You remain here.
Okay.
Yeah, as a young boy, I didn't know Lagos or Benin. Of course, I was born in Lagos, so it didn't make any difference.
Okay.
For that, the man said, "We're going to give you double promotion."
Okay.
From level 6 to level 8.
Wow.
Yes. Possibly just to retain me in Lagos, because he knew that I would be a high flyer, that kind of thing. So I got the promotion, and I became the head of unit.
Okay.
Sports and outside broadcast at Bendel Broadcasting Service, until we now moved to Radio Nigeria. Until we now moved in 1978, late in 1978, into Bendel Broadcasting Service. So that's it. From there, we started building blocks. But it's important to mention that I went in as an announcer, producer, features, writer, talk show presenter, sports commentator, and all of that. Newsreader, for example. So I went through the whole gamut of the whole thing, and so that gave me a leverage. It's a wonderful experience.
And so to use this term, you've seen it all.
Yes, I've seen it all. I mean, that's why I could meander. Very easily. You could observe when we are producing news. Yes, I'll be there.
Of course, yes, you.
Yes, I'll be there. This must be this. This must be this. Pronunciations, for instance. I went through all of that,
and that's something that is quite rare. Having the CEO being part of news production.
Of course, yes, you have to be. That's what makes us the game changer.
Exactly.
Yeah, most of the media operators, they don't know much about what. I mean, they're just looking at it from a point of business.
Exactly.
But in my own case, it is different. I'm a professional to the core, right? And yes, I believe that it has to be done right. That's why today I still produce some programs myself.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Even though I'm the chief executive, but it doesn't matter anyway. It's ingrained in your DNA.
Exactly.
And you can't fault that. You can't.
Yes. I actually came in that way. How do you see the practice of journalism today as compared to when you started?
Oh, it was wonderful in those days. It was very beautiful. There were no strings from, there were no pressure points from the authorities that be.
Okay.
We're doing our work professionally. Professionalism was the key issue. And you were given to creativity. I won't say much creativity going on now, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yes, well, stereotypes and things like that. But in our days, things were different. I mean, government too you were detached from the apron strings of government. Today, there's so much censorship.
Exactly.
So much censorship.
I was coming there.
Yes, censorship. Yes. I mean, if you listen to any government station, the first thing they will talk about is the governor. Must it be the governor to start the news?
Okay.
Oh, the governor has gone to the toilet today. You will put that as headline news. No, even the president. Yes, the presidential news must not always be the first.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And I've talked about, I've delivered many lectures in many places, and I've told them clearly that it must be prioritized. 10 people died at Egharevba slope. The governor went to commission the project today, which is the
10 people died at Egharevba slope.
People, they lost their life. That must come first.
Exactly.
Because lives have been lost. The governor is only going to commission. But what do you find is that, the governor has gone there to commission a project and also. Of course, that's his duty. The governor's duty to commission projects. What news? What big news are you making out of that?
We find that happening in like about 90% or even 95% of
course. Yes.
The priority governor. It first starts with the president.
Yes.
And then the president has then it goes to the minister. After the minister, it
goes to the governor. all nonsense. Nonsense. Yeah, why must it be? Oh, the president today is his birthday. Put it back somewhere.
Exactly.
Put it back. Let the more important, particularly human and good stories, let them come to the fore. Things that have to do with development. In fact, this day we are talking of developmental media.
Yes.
Okay, that's a new concept. Development of the country. That's what we're after. Not the president's birthday or the governor's birthday. That's his personal thing.
Exactly.
Okay? But when you have a situation where there is, somebody has been assassinated somewhere, that becomes a priority.
Yeah.
But in leadership, right? But the governor is traveling to Enugu tomorrow on a state visit. So what?
There's also this trend. There's also this trend where you have obituaries must come last. So when you have a prominent individual, I know you're a great fan of Osborne, who died some time ago, the musician.
Yes.
In news reportage, that story came. I think it was the second story, and people called in to ask, why? I said yes, there is a reason.
Well,
it takes precedence.
Yes, not just that, not just. I mean, it was a musical icon, all over the world. But I'm even talking of people in government. For instance, if a governor passes away through some very foul means, that becomes news.
News, yes.
Don't put it to the last. It becomes news.
Yes, exactly.
It's an obituary news, but it comes. It's like even CNN. They don't toy with that. With what I'm saying now. Yeah. If an American president suddenly drops dead, becomes headline news all over the world.
Exactly.
You won't say because it's obituary you put it last. So you must prioritize, okay? And it depends on the ingenuity of the editor. That's where editorial judgment comes in. Comes in very, very well. I mean, look at some of our newspapers. You will think that, this story is going to hit a headline. They'll just put it somewhere. Knock it out somewhere. That's the way it is. And it must apply also in the electronic media. We are too tied to the apron strings of government, particularly government institutions. Well, the reason is he who pays the piper dictates the tune. But we should go above such things in this day and age.
All right, still on the profession, would you actually say that there is anything like press freedom in Nigeria?
The Constitution demands that, but you know that in this country, laws are broken. Even by people who make the laws. You will find that in most cases, the lawmakers themselves are the lawbreakers. Okay? A lot of journalists have been harassed over nothing. Yes. So, well, the press must fight for its right.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I think. Because liberty does not come on a platter of gold. No, it doesn't. Yes. Liberty is watered by the blood of tyrants. Yes. Freedom is watered by the blood of tyrants. Okay? So, to get your freedom, you must fight for it. Exactly. And it doesn't come easy. But it must be done in a perpetual manner.
All right.
So that it can sink in.
All right. This brings me to your time as the Chief Press Secretary to Governor Oyegun. How was it then?
Oh, beautiful time. Beautiful time. Less than 2 years. I went in with him and I exited with him. There was no change of baton. Anyway, I mean that believed in me so much. I'm grateful to God for that. I was very young, in my early 30s, for instance. I was very young, but he believed in me. The governor believed in me so much because I applied myself properly. Now, look at the irony. I was not even aware that I was going to be appointed as the Chief Press Secretary. I was in EBS then. I think I was in manager programs or something. And somebody just came in one day. We were at a management meeting. He rushed in. The guy was sweating. Oh. Yes. He was looking for me. He just banged the door and came in. Where's Emmanuel? I said, yes, any problem? Yeah, please stand up. Stand up. Quickly. They want you at Government House.
Wow.
Yes. They want you now at Government House. But my colleagues were looking at me. What kind of thing is that? I've never been to a Government House except maybe for 1 or 2 coverages.
Yes.
You are wanted. Who wants me in government? Don't ask me questions. You are wanted in Government House. Please pack your thing. And that day, incidentally, I dressed casually. Okay. I was not in a suit or something, just slippers, because the state had just been split. Okay? It was at that time of the year. So I packed my thing. I said, now please, can I go home quickly? He said, my friend. I said, follow me. It was an order. Said, I've been asked to bring you. You like it or not? I said, look at the headache you gave me. I've been looking all over. I went to Aduwa while you were not there and came to New Lagos Road. But luckily I've seen you. Please come, follow me. I went into the car. It was a Volvo. Okay. Even while he was driving along, I said, please, can you tell me the reason? He said, no. When you get to Government House, you will know. But I'm going to drop you at the office of the governor. Okay. So he dropped me at the lounge. Okay. I came down. I was panting. He ushered me into the waiting room. Okay. And the people there, the security people said, hello, please, are you Emmanuel Egharevba? Yes, your name was, my name was on the manifest. Okay. So please wait, the governor will want to see you in 10 minutes. All right. So I waited. After 10 minutes, they ushered me up. My heart was panting. Because it was a seat of power. Yes. Yes. I went in and long office. Who were the people there? The governor, the deputy governor, Reverend Peter Abada, and the secretary to government, Dr. Clement Alile. So it was the triumvirate, the top 3 in government. And I stood up Sorry, I stood by the side of the table. And the governor said, please come.
Okay.
He was almost smiling. Then my heart was now at peace.
Okay.
He didn't frown.
Yeah.
I like the expression on his face. So I stood by the table. The first question was, are you the young man everybody has been talking to me about?
Wow.
I said, Your Excellency, I wouldn't know. I hope they said something good. He said, yes, why not? Are you ready? I'm following the sequence, the questions. Are you ready to work with us? How do I answer this question? A few seconds, I was able to answer it. Of course, the media person in me was up at the fore. I answered it quickly. I said, Your Excellency, you are the owner of, you are the first citizen of the state. You own all the establishments. If you want me to work anywhere, it was just a question of posting me there. I'll be ready.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's all right. He now turned to the other two officers.
Okay.
Said, Deputy Governor, what do you think of him?
Okay.
Incidentally, Reverend Peter Obada, he had the firm of chartered accountants. I used to do small adverts for him and all that. So we knew. I mean, anytime he traveled, he would buy me a shirt and all that. He liked me so much. I was a young man.
Okay.
Said, Your Excellency, Emmanuel is this disciplined young man, this, etc. I heaved a sigh of relief.
Okay.
That's why it's good to be good. It's always there, waiting for you.
Yes.
SSG, Dr. Clement Alile, what do you think of him? Dr. Clement Alile, when he was the Commissioner for Commerce under Useni, the late Useni, he used to call me, come and do one coverage or the other. You know, he was a Rotarian. I would cover things for them. So he knew me very well, very, very well, till now.
Yes.
Emmanuel is a disciplined young man. This is it. Beautiful reports about me. So the governor now said, so it's good to be good after all. But the question followed. He now asked, if we move this young man from EBS, will we not further deplete the place?
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
Because all the good hands were gone to Delta. Even some management staff, including myself then, were having to do small jobs and things. I was reading the news, and things like that, even as a management staff. He asked the question. Then Dr. Alile cut in quickly.
Okay.
He said, Your Excellency, if the young man decided to go abroad, will you have stopped him? Because the answer was no. He said, okay, I see, okay. So you'll hear from us.
Okay.
They did not tell me
Wow.
why they called me.
Wow.
Say you will hear from us. The next day was January 15th at the Cenotaph, Ring Road. I went there to cover the event. And I was looking, I stole some glances, from Chief Oyegun. He was there at the Chief Executive of the state. He had the wreath and all that. And I was covering. It was a live transmission. He would look at me and I also look at him. Why is this man looking at me like this? Just yesterday he said you will hear from us.
Yes.
So I finished what I was doing and I went back home. I just moved into my house.
Okay.
Yes. That was in 1992.
Okay.
Yes. And lo and behold, I was sleeping at home after the coverage at the Cenotaph. And I heard a knock.
Okay.
My wife was not at home. My children, they were two then, young kids. They were in school.
Okay.
So, and there was no fence in the house because I just moved in. Okay. I heard a knock. I still remember the name of the young officer, Emmanuel Omorige. He became the assistant general manager, commercials. Yes, my good friend, young friend. So he came and I opened the door. The first thing he said, congratulations, sir. About what? He said, where is your radio? I put off my radio because I wanted to sleep. Oh, you have not been listening to the radio. Your name has been on air in the last 2 hours. We've been announcing it every 15 minutes that Emmanuel Egharevba has been appointed as the chief press secretary to the governor. Said me.
And at that moment?
At that moment, it was like the whole heavens came down. Okay, this was what they said, that you will hear from us. Okay? And it was the next day. You will hear from us. I thought it was going to be a question of weeks. The next day, said, congratulations, sir. We'll wash it, that kind of, this balance. The people in the neighborhood didn't know I was around. And suddenly they emptied into my compound.
Wow.
Because they also heard it. Yes. Then my wife ran to the house. She heard what was being said. Her friends told her, "Oh, your husband has been made the chief press secretary." In fact, my appointment was next to that of Dr. Clement Alile. He was the very first to be appointed, and I followed as chief press secretary. Yes. And to cut a long story short, the next day I had to prepare for job. How do I now get to the office? I had no car of my own. It's a very wonderful story, but it's the story of my life. How do I now get to the office? But I had a phone. And I called the airport. Please come come and pick me up. I said it is not good that I go just like that to resume work at government house. So the man came. When he came, said, where are we going? So I said, government house. I dressed up. I had an old suit. I brushed it up, But that's destiny. Okay, I brushed it up, and that was it. I entered. I went straight to government house. I went to the office of the Secretary to the State Government, Dr. Alile, because he signed the announcement. So no, Emmanuel, you are not to report to me. You are to report to the governor. So he took me. I went to the governor, and Chiboyegun said, "Oh, Emmanuel, you are resume Koyo." He spoke Benin to me. Koyo, I've heard a lot about you. I know you do your job diligently. So you're welcome to government house. So I now went down to my office. Then the reporters now came, they welcoming me and all that. Lucky Wasa, for instance, led the team of reporters. Lucky Wasa became the permanent secretary. Yes. He also at a point became the chief press secretary, but he was elevated. He has retired now as the permanent secretary. So he's still my young friend, and all of that. So I gathered all of them. They knew me, of course. Yes, from my EBS days. All right, they all knew me. They knew me as a sports commentator and all of that. So I was in the midst of people who were my friends. Right. So that was it. And we did our job creditably.
For so many people who know you, they wonder how you manage business, your career, and family, because you're always busy. You're either at the office or you're covering one assignment or the other, even till date.
Yes.
So let's delve a little into your family. Tell us a little about your family.
Oh, well, my wife, she's the anchor on whom I rest. All right. I will also talk about my heroes shortly, but let's talk about the family first. And yes, that's a picture there. We've been on the road, the union, for over 40 years, unbroken, right? Over 40 years. We started as young people in this same house where we now have Providence Television International. It was a mud house. Yes, I had it by inheritance. We started. In fact, my editing room. When people come here, I take them around. My editing room is small. That's where we started from. Probably 8 by 10 or something. That's where we started from. Myself and my wife. Yes, a lot of people are astonished when I tell them. The bed that I use, I inherited it from my father, from my grandfather. Look at what I did. We were young, myself and my wife were very young, just starting up on the ladder of life. We didn't have enough money to buy a mattress to cover the whole bed, but I had one. Then there was a gap between the mattress and the wall. So we filled it up with newspapers. Yes. That's the story of my life. We filled it up with newspaper. We will cover it with a bedspread. When people will come in, some of my visitors, they won't see it. Of course, it was hidden away from them. But that's what we did. Yes. Way back, met my wife. She was into sports, national champion in badminton. So that was one gift that sports gave me. Yes, sports gave me my wife. National champion, state champion, national champion in badminton. And so on one of these occasions, I met her at Edo College, which was a venue. And I said to myself, this is going to be my wife.
It's revolving around something. Yes, Edo College sports. Edo College sports.
Edo College. If you see how she will tell you, I won't let her go. So that was the beginning of the union. And we've been in it for more than 40 years.
For more than 40 years. Brings me to my next question. In these days, you see people, couples, they just last 2-3 years, and the next thing, one party is filing for divorce. What would you say is that thing that has kept yourself and your wife together for over 40 years?
Very deep understanding. And marriage, of course, is a spiritual thing. Myself and my wife, we still pray together. Yes, we still pray together. Understanding, very deep understanding. We must give room for each other's feelings and emotions and things like that. A wife should be supportive. Yes, all the time. Because the good Lord also said it. You are the companion. So, but I have said in one of my books, marriages break up because things break down. And a lot of young men these days, they don't have discipline. That's why marriages are getting broken. They don't have discipline at all. They go into smoking and drinking excessively and doing all sorts of things. Those things cannot keep the strands of marriage together. And because young women these days, they are not patient. Okay, so at the slightest opportunity, they say, no, I can't cope with this kind of man. All right, so you find that our marriage has lasted this long because we endured so many challenges. Okay, but I always told my wife that there's a brighter future ahead. We had nothing when we started, one small room in this same complex. That's where we started from. She had friends who discouraged him. What are you doing with this young man who has no future? Yeah, because I was just nothing. But she held on strongly and tenaciously to what she believed in. Yes, because she believed that, yes, one day, someday, things will be better. Some of her friends, I mean, I don't want to mention their name, they discouraged her. But guess what? Some of those friends have lost their marriages. But she's still there.
Exactly.
She's still there. And we are grandparents now. We have 4 children. We can show the picture of the children. Yeah, 3 girls and 1 boy. No, not 3 girls, 3 women.
3 women.
And 1 man.
Yes.
They're all grown up now. And in between them, we have 5 lovely grandchildren. Yes. In a clockwise direction, that's a Sosa, that's a Sahon, that's Sasenaga, Emmanuel, Sasenaga, Egharevba, that's Saminao. Okay, so, but yes, in their own right, they are doing pretty well. Exactly. And we thank God for it. My first grandson, will soon be entering the university. Yeah, that will amaze a lot of people who are watching this program now. We started early though. Myself and my wife, we started early. And that's the advice I want to give young people. Don't wait until you have all the means. Okay. That's the mistake most of them make. Start from somewhere and build blocks. It's like a building. Because when you run into money quickly and you have all the things made up, then the girl suddenly comes along. She didn't know how you went through your sufferings, and things. She might not be that kind of partaker. She might not even be a stakeholder because she just came along. But when you start from somewhere and you start to build blocks, that's when marriages endure. Okay. And another thing is, I can say this with all confidence, that intertribal marriages last longer. Yes, they do, because sometimes you have, you could be discouraged. Your parents will say, "Oh, why are you going to marry this?" Your girlfriend's parents will say, "No, we don't want." So both of you are stakeholders. My wife is Isoko, for instance, from Delta. Okay. Yes, a lot of opposition came from her father. A lot. Oh, it was very bitter in those days, but we kept on. Yeah. A lot of bitter opposition to her came from her own mother. So you could see the cross purposes of this antagonism from our father. Our father didn't want him at all. Until something happened one day. I was not the chief press secretary. Okay. He was into timber business. They cut the timber. I think they were doing some illegal felling or something. Okay. And the driver didn't know, the driver of the truck. And they brought the vehicle to government house. Okay. No. To the Minister of Agriculture. I was not the chief press secretary. The man came to the office. Okay. He sent my driver to come and tell me that he was with. Who was that? It's XYZ. That's my father-in-law. Please, let's go and see him. And the man said, "Look, Emmanuel, my son." He was now calling me my son. This is what happened. I said, "Okay." Daddy, enter the car. Okay. We went straight to the Minister of Agriculture. And who was the commissioner there? Dr. John Ogbede. A close friend of mine. Emmanuel, what are you doing? You're supposed to be. Yes, I know, but something happened. My father-in-law has a stroke, impounded here. No, please call me the director of forestry. Immediately, 5 minutes after, they released the vehicle. The man was almost in tears. This was the stone that was rejected. Became the chief cornerstone. They didn't see any future in me at all. Yeah, because I was just here. I mean, one small room. And my father, may so rest in peace, my father-in-law had properties in Saple and all that. So my wife was coming from a more advantageous position. Yes. But yes, that's what happened. The vehicle was released. And I also gave him money to buy diesel or something. He was almost in tears. Yes, but that's the summary of what happened. So what I'm saying is that intertribal marriages sometimes they endure much longer because the man and the woman, you are stakeholders. The woman will not want it to fail. The man too will not want to fail. Both of you want to disappoint your antagonists.
Yes.
So you keep the union going. Yes, almost endlessly.
All right. On this note, anybody who has heard the name, not even seen Dr. Egharevba, that's a household name.
Well, to God be the glory.
That's a household name.
Yeah, to God be the glory.
Dr. Egharevba knows one thing, that this is a man of principle. What are your guiding principles?
My guiding principles are embedded in my heroes.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have one that stands out, and it's on 4 prongs. Faith in God. Okay? Determination, tenacity, patience.
Okay.
Yeah, determination, of course, has to be tied down to vision. All right. All these precepts have continued to lead me on in life. Okay. Yes, unfailingly. They are continuing to lead me on. And you must have vision, because vision without commitment is lost opportunity. Some people who have vision, they are not committed to it. Yeah, but some of these principles are derivable from my heroes. I have 10 of them. Okay. 10 of them, which I will reel out to one after the other. Our Lord Jesus Christ is number 1, of course. He is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. All right? He is the greatest leader of all time. And all the fruits of the Holy Spirit are embedded in him. In other words, if you believe in Jesus and his precepts, you can never be wrong. You can never be wrong. Unfortunately, we are not following those precepts. Unfortunately, we are doing things contrary to his own will. That's why there's so much turmoil in the world today. Because if we follow his precepts, we can't be wrong, either in leadership or in whatever. Now, I also have Monoba Erediawa. Yes. Oh, a great man. A great man. One of my greatest mentors. He was full of vitality. Humble almost to a fault, generous, humorous, a great leader, intelligent, great man. He went to Edo College and Government College Ibadan, and he went to Cambridge. That would tell you, but he was humble. Yes, and he liked me a lot. He liked me a lot. And people often ask me, why don't you get a chief scientist title? I said, no. Because if I wanted to, I could just have approached somebody to help me tell him, but no. But he gave me an award. Yes, I hope we can show that. I have had so many awards. Certificate of Honor awarded to Emmanuel Egharevba as a Benin achiever. Yes. He signed it himself. Exactly. Yes, in 2007. He signed it himself. I have had a lot of awards. Merit awards, excellence awards from Edo College, from sports and all sorts. But this is the greatest of them all. Yes, as a Benin achiever. Given to me by who?
That's his signature, right?
Yes, that's his signature. Yes. He signed it. Signed it himself. I was deeply honored. Honored. And I went back, even before the presentation in an open space, I went to see him. Okay. Yes, Emmanuel, what has brought you? I said, Your Majesty, I came to thank you in advance for what you have done for me. Then I said, but we don't see you often. And I said, most time when I come here, you are in the inner chambers. Yes. Okay, Mao. Yes, that's what he will always say. But the great man, he loved me so much. He loved me so much. When my daughter first daughter was getting married, he sent chiefs. Yes, even the son, the latest son, sent chiefs. gave me a cow, he brought clothes, and things like that. So, he was a great man. Next in line is my father. Yes, that's his picture there. He was a great man. A great man. He gave me everything that I deserved. He gave me discipline. He gave me the spirit of endurance and patience. Yes, that's him in his younger days. People say I look very much like him.
Exactly.
Yes.
Really? I would have thought that was you.
Are you serious? They say I look very much like him. Yes, we're very close. It was not a father-son relationship. I think we were just friends. We were good friends. And this will also shock you. My office, even today, where the room where I use as my office was his bedroom. He died in 1989, and no day passes in that day that I don't think of him. It's amazing. We have this connectivity. The next one will be Plato. Great philosopher. Great philosopher. He founded the academy, all right, from where you have academics, the first university in the world. Yes, he lived long before Christ. Yes, but one of our great heroes. Yes, in Western philosophy. So I like him so much. Abraham Lincoln, great American president. In fact, the greatest American president that the world has seen, Abraham Lincoln, because he led America through the Civil War and he banished the slave trade in America. Today, there is no American child that does not know about Abraham Lincoln. Yes, no American child. All over the world, Abraham Lincoln is one of my heroes. Bertrand Russell, a great British philosopher, a logician, mathematician, all of that rolled into one. He was a great man in logic. In fact, you cannot talk about logic without referring to Bertrand Russell. Yes, a great man indeed. St. Paul, the greatest of all the apostles. St. Paul. He so great that he wrote 2/3 of books in the New Testament. Yes. A lawyer and everything wrapped up into one. But remember the story of Damascus. He was chasing Christians all over the world until he met his Damascus. And he became the greatest apostle of Christ. Okay?
Yes.
In fact, there is no way you can not refer to St. Paul as the greatest theologian. Without Paul, there can be no theology. Catholic priests will tell you. Without Paul, there can be no theology. In fact, it's even more amazing in the Catholic Church because there are some scholars now, priests, who are reading for their PhD in the Pauline letters. Yes. To get their PhD in the Pauline letters. St. Paul was overloaded. Maybe, I don't know, I thought at the point he should just have gone crazy because he was loaded. So much so that even Peter did not understand him enough. When they asked Peter, we are finding it difficult to understand what you are saying. Even me. But what of Paul? Peter, the first vicar of Christ on earth, he referred to St. Paul. All right? So, but that's the way it is. Tony Iommi, he is the leader of the group called Black Sabbath. I'm a deep follower of this young man. What's so amazing about him, if you watch carefully, he's using his left on the guitar. Yes. He started with his right, but he was working in a factory back in Birmingham. His fingers were cut, and he was determined to go on with his music career. So he changed over to left, and today he is the leader of the group called Black Sabbath. He's also the man known to have founded the music genre called heavy metal. Yes, he played with Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne was the lead singer. He was the lead guitarist. A great man. He is so highly gifted, spiritually and otherwise. That's Tony Iommi. Mandela, of course. Yes, I love this smile on the face of Mandela. 27 years in incarceration. He endured it. Endurance, that's what I said. That's one of my principles. Patience. He endured it and he became the president. Unfortunately, African leaders today are not following in his precepts. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. He said he was going to spend just one term. He did. And retired back to his homestead, the outskirts of Pretoria. When he died, the whole world stood still for Nelson Mandela. They stood still, regardless of race or color or creed. They stood still for Mandela. The world can never have another Nelson Mandela. It's not possible. So he's one of my heroes. And of course, the last there will be Jimi Hendrix. He died at the age of 28. Jimi Hendrix, you know, music, you have what they call the octave, the 8 notes. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, 8 notes. Jimi Hendrix wanted to play something outside the octave to create his own out of his ingenuity. There was nothing he could not produce from his guitar. There was no. He will create the drums, he will create the saxophone, he will create everything. But he died at the age of 28 because of overdose. He went into drugs, and that was the negative side of him. But positively, he took music to the zenith, rock music to the zenith. And today, you cannot talk about rock without referring to Jimi Hendrix. So these are my 10 heroes. Yes.
All right. When it comes to humility, and well, to mention, not just in Edo State, nationwide, worldwide, you're a very humble person.
Well, what do I say?
That's what we say.
Well,
that's what we say. But those of us who know you.
Glory be to God.
Yes.
What should you be proud about? No, tell me.
Because even with all you have.
Yeah, with the accolades and everything, these are earthly things.
Let me give you an instance.
Yes.
The very first day, because then, as a child, I would always watch your programs, not just the sports program. There was this a particular one that you had interview segments with different individuals.
Yes.
So I was always like, God, when will I meet this man?
Yeah.
And the very first day, I walked into your office. That was the very first time I met you one-on-one. I walked into your office for an interview. So you were putting on slippers.
Yes.
With one little native. And I was expecting to see a gold wristwatch.
What for? No, what for?
And you were like, oh, come in, welcome, and all that. I was like, I don't think. I almost asked the guy who brought me, like, is this Dr. Emmanuel Egharevba? I want to see Dr. Emmanuel Egharevba.
And you were right in front of me.
And so, the question is this. What has made you so humble, even in the face of plenty?
Life experiences. What is there to be proud about? No, tell me. Because my principle is everything you think you have is by the grace of God. Everything. Is it money? Is it children? Is it whatever? Everything is by the grace of God. And what is grace? Favors that you do not deserve. That's the definition of grace. And I always look back and to thank my God for even giving me life, because that is the most important. And that's why I laugh at some of these politicians. They don't know what piety means. Piety is loving God and doing his will. They don't know. Look at the other day, a president walked into the aircraft on his legs. He was brought back in a cargo.
Yes.
Brought back in a cargo. That's to tell you the finality of it all. I look at people, and it makes me laugh, really. You know, what are you going? Because you see, go to the church. Once you are in the presence of the Lord, the only thing you can be proud of is your load of iniquities and emptiness. Yes, your load of iniquities and emptiness. And it also makes me laugh when people go around, they bring all sorts of things for harvest thanksgiving and all that, because they do not understand. Yes, give thanks to God, but they come with all kinds of embellishment. Whereas the gift you are bringing, the same God is the giver of the gift. It's a paradox, but it's real. You are proud that, you brought a cow, it's the giver of the gift. So you have not brought anything after all. Therefore, every moment of your life must be a thanksgiving moment. While you are driving, while you are doing. And in any case, the billionaire and the beggar, what's the difference? None. It's just that a few things biologically are different. Yes. Look at the example of our Lord Jesus Christ. He was a friend of the poor. He was all the time. He was a friend of the poor. The story of the blind Bartimaeus. Yes. Is a prime mover in the Holy Writ. Blind Bartimaeus, condemned by everybody. Condemned. Jesus, son of David, have mercy on me. He shouted. He even knew Jesus by his genealogy. Son of David. A blind man right from birth. Then the people came around to shout him down. To shout him down. Why? Jesus is not for people like you. Come, keep quiet. The more they told him that, the more he shouted. And Jesus heard. The same people that condemned him, the Jesus Christ, the good Lord, sent him. Go and call him. And Jesus called him in all his humility. With a beggar. What do you want me to do for you, that I may regain my sight, to see you in your true divinity? That's example number one. Number two, the centurion, we use it as a point of contact in the church. Centurion was a Roman general. He had a servant who was probably suffering from cerebral palsy. He was in danger. And he had heard a lot about Jesus Christ, for crying out loud. But he was a friend of the Jewish people, of the state of Israel. He even built a synagogue for them, so he was a friend. But meanwhile, he was a Roman, one of the haters of the Jewish race.
Yes.
His servant was sick. He interceded. From his high horse, he came down to intercede for his servant. And he approached Jesus. Lord, Master, my servant is ill. And Jesus told him, go. I will come to your house. Because he was a Roman general. He said, I will call this, I will call it, they will answer. But you are the master. You are the Lord.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
The centurion. And Jesus said, I will come to your house. He gave him that respect. But the man in all his humility, he came down from his high horse, said, no, Lord, don't come. I'm not worthy to receive you. In the church, we say, I'm not worthy that you should enter under my roof, but only say the word, my soul shall be healed. We are interpreting that we are appropriating it to ourselves. But the real thing is, come, don't come, just say the word, and my servant shall be healed. And Jesus turned around to his disciples. I have not seen this faith, not in the whole of Israel. Not in the whole of Israel. From the master, Jesus Christ said that. What is that? Humility. He came down from his high horse, from his Olympian height, to come down. Lord, he gave that to Jesus Christ as the master, as the savior of the world. And Jesus, realizing that this man was extremely humble, he asked, and by the way, when Jesus said, okay, I agree with you, the servant was healed at that same moment. There was no connectivity, physical connectivity. He was healed there and then, that same minute. He was healed based on the man's humility, okay, and his faith in our Lord Jesus Christ. You remember what I said when you asked me the question? The number one there is faith in God. You must have faith. Exactly. If you don't have faith, you cannot proceed. That you can do it. Yes, faith in God and faith also in yourself. Because a lot of people fail because they don't have faith in themselves. Yes, you must believe in yourself. That's why Obama, when he was coming in as the president, yes, we can. Yes, that was a sing-song. Yes, we can. Believe that you can do it. And yes, why not? If you have the vision, God will make you to complete that vision. If you have a vision and you do not pursue it, you are telling God that you are not capable. Okay? And I look at people sometimes, they want to build a house. They start building castles in the air. Start something, even if it's a block. Because it is what you start that you can finish. You cannot finish what you never started. No, there's no connectivity there. You can never finish what you never started. You start it. And then opportunities will open.
And now coming to, just before we go, coming to Providence Television International. You've always said it's a pet project.
Oh, yes.
Providence Television International. I remember I was having a discussion with you some time ago, and you said, we have just started.
Yes, we are the game changer, and these things, the names were given from the realm of divinity. It was, God was put into this. I had a lot of options as to the name. Okay. Yeah, but one day it was there. I saw it clearly, Providence, and because the Lord Himself is the Lord of Providence. Jesus Christ proved it in the miracle of the loaves. Okay, and then the game changer again, it was divinely given. You see all sorts of names these days, but ours is the game changer. We must change the tempo. Exactly. Yes. We must change the conventions. Yes. We operate, most people operate by conventions. No, we don't. As long as there are professional standards to follow. We must not deviate from the ethics of the profession. But we must do it to amaze people. How is it done? Again, creativity. You must sit down and think out of the box. Yes. Look at the news. Look at our news, for instance, which is applauded all over the world. The way it is presented is different. Yes. Look at the other programs we are doing. Yes. We've just had one in addition to our format, which we call From the Papers. Yes. The format is different. Yes. What's trending? It is different. It has to be different. Even one-on-one interviews, prime movers, is different. So if you look at all of the newspaper analysis, of course, it's different. Yes. And kudos must go to guys like you in the system. We are building up together. Thank you so much. Very soon we have the radio arm of it. so that people can also connect with us. But let me also say that August is so special to me because it's not just my birth month, it's also the birth month of Providence.
Exactly.
Television International. We're going to celebrate that on the 28th of this month, and I hope that all our stakeholders will also help us to lift it up and to assist us with whatever they think they should. So I'm very grateful to them. I'm grateful to all our stakeholders, all our helpers in the past, all our viewers at home and abroad. Incidentally, we have more in number from Europe and the United States and Canada. Right? So it's a global thing. Some have even invited me to come. I said, look, it's not just coming. Send down ticket, so I will come. I mean, a group of people from Spain, I think from Denmark as well. So God willing, yes, we'll see to their request one of these days.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh, well, it's really been wonderful. Like I would always say, I would have loved to go on, but then, and the viewers, they've been patient enough. This is actually going live, if you do not know. They've been patient enough, but I know that some of them will be like, I hope this man is not about to cut short this program.
Yes. I remember the interview I had on the Proud Commission.
Yes.
And it went viral almost
Exactly.
immediately. So I hope this one will also be the same. People want to hear things from us. Coming from me, for instance, I think it's quite symbolic. On my birthday, I thank the good Lord for having given me good health and purpose, because your life must be built on purpose. All right, no life is futile. No, even a madman. If you run into a madman, you are driving a vehicle and you run into a madman, suddenly you will see his relations. They will come out. Even though he's a madman, they will know that he has relations. So life is important. So I thank the good Lord. I'm going to. Sorry, you didn't ask me this, but I will just mention it. I'm going to spend it quietly with my family, and prayers to God in His sanctum. Okay, in His sanctuary. Go to people. I like quiet prayers. I don't like noisy prayers. Quietly with my God, I commune with Him. Okay. I commune with God in the closet, in solitude, because there is power in silence. There's so much power in silence. A lot of people do not know. So quietly on that day, on today, for instance, I'm going to pray quietly and hoping that gratitude will go up to high heavens.
And it is very, very usual, because Dr. Egharevba will definitely leave us with a parting shot.
The parting shot will go like this. Don't make your birthday so flamboyant. There's a lot of people, I don't say you should not celebrate, but we have so much relish. Do it quietly. It's a solemn moment of joy. Then we start to have canopies all over the place and things like that. That's flamboyance. It's not necessary. God is not given to that kind of thing. Just go to church, pray quietly, and enjoy some meals with your family. If you want to call a few friends, yes. But people celebrate birthday, they carry 20 canopies and all that stuff. Well, to me, that is absolutely unnecessary. Yes. God sees your heart. It is your heart, not the crowd. It is your heart that God is looking at. In surrender to His will. God, you have preserved my life. Come to church, yes, a few people can join you. But what I hate most, we want to tell the whole world that we are celebrating. You will spend millions and people are hungry. It doesn't make sense.
Well,
you spend millions to celebrate your birthday, and yet people in your neighborhood, they cannot eat. Why don't you use such opportunities to advance the cause of people who are poor? Advance their, what I will call their low states. Raise their low state up. Yes. Impact on them. Yes. What I'm going to do, and I can't say it on television, is between me and my God. God, do it quietly. Yes. And that's the way it is. That's the way we should go.
Well, I know that so many people out there are not quite happy about that last statement of yours that you're going to do it quietly. They were already looking at the rice and stew very plenty thing. Well, on that note, I want to say we will be expecting your birthday wishes. Dr. Emmanuel Egharevba deserves those wishes on the comment section of this program. On this note, I want to say thank you so much for staying tuned. Tell your friends and family about Providence Television International.